We are Nothing But Net. Today for our video we'll be doing a spoof of the Ellen DeGeneres show. I'm Peyton Conlon, I'll be playing Reed Hastings.
I'm Jane Lauer and I'm playing Ellen DeGeneres.
I'm Brooke Miller and I'm playing Brooke Miller as the executive producer.
I'm Danny Bushik, I'll be playing Gabby.
I'm Mary Ellen Long and I'll be playing Jane Lauer.
Enjoy the show.
What does Kevin Spacey always say? There's two types of CEOs, doormats and matadors. Which one do you think I am?
This is Mambo number 5. Everybody in the car, so come on, let's ride to the liquor store around the corner. The boy said he wants some gin and juice, but I really don't wanna. Real buzz like the time last week. I must stay deep, girls talking cheap. I like Angela, Pamela, Sandra, and Rita. And as I continue, you know it gets sweeter. So what I can do, I really gotta keep my door. To me, you burn it just
Thanks for being here, everybody. Great intro to this great day we will spend together. One of my favorite things to do is entertain, but through entertainment, I strongly believe in informing people. Excuse me, change my breath. So much dancing. But you know, informing my audience on current events, latest trends, new studies that have come out, or if I'm hungry, I'll just throw a pie chart up there. But what truly I want for you all is to walk away with learning something. There's always a new study. I don't know why there's always a new study, but you know, someone should probably do a study on that. But anyways, do you know who is absolutely intriguing? The man who in 1997 invented Netflix. Yes, I know. What's behind those claps? Thank you, Mr. Netflix, for giving me the opportunity to lay on my couch for hours on end and watch any and every show, movie, documentary. Seriously, he has shaped how we all watch TV. What would we do with our free time without Mr. Netflix? But real talk, don't you hate it when that "Are you still watching?" it pops up? It's like, oh yes, but actually, let me fill my glass up with another glass of wine and then click. But Mr. Netflix is actually not the name of the CEO and co-founder of Netflix. Shocking, I know. But seriously, Reed Hastings is such an inspiring man. He's an innovator, entrepreneur, and is involved in different non-for-profits and has a passion for school reform because he cares about making our world a better place. Get a load of this. He grew up on the East Coast, smart guy, went to Bowdoin University for undergrad, joined the Peace Corps, taught math to students in Swaziland, and for the first time he was actually in California, was attending Stanford University for graduate school, earning his degree in computer science. And then, shortly, just 7 years after that, this little idea launched that career. Today, Netflix offers on-demand internet streaming and originally produced content along with its subscription rental service. It has almost 50 million subscribers, over 2,022 employees, and generates over $4.3 billion in annual revenue. It operates in 41 countries and accounts for just about 33% of US video streaming market. And here is the man behind it all, Reed Hastings, everyone. Hey,
how are you?
Oh. So, hi Reed. It's an honor to have you here. How does it feel to be back in California?
Hey, it's great. No place I'd rather be. I'm actually back in town for a convention on charter schools and raising awareness on a campaign for school reform.
School reform?
So as a software developer, I created my own company called Pure Attribute Software, but after that, I had a bunch of money and I didn't want to go buy yachts and such things. I wanted to find something important to do. And I started looking at education. trying to figure out why our education is lagging when our technology is increasing at great rates, and there's great innovation in so many other areas: healthcare, biotech, information technology, movie making. Why not education?
Wow. I think we got a clip of what you're talking about, all your contributions to these educational causes. Let's take a look.
Issue here. Now, if we go to the general public and we say, here's an argument why you should get rid of school boards, of course, no one's going to go for that. School boards have been an iconic part of America for 200 years. And so what we have to do is to work with school districts to grow steadily. And the work ahead is really hard because we're at 8% of students in California, whereas in New Orleans, they're 90%. So we got a lot of catch up to do. We got a lot of work of adding more schools and serving children better and better. School districts would like to learn from charters, but the problem is they get a superintendent who says, let's learn this new thing that charters are doing. Maybe it's around technology. And that goes for 2 or 3 years, but the school board changes, and then that superintendent is out, and the new one comes in with a different set of ideas. And so school districts would like to learn the practices. They do in a couple of cases. But as a general rule, they're prisoner to their governance, to the elected school board changing so rapidly. And so what we have to do is just continue to grow and grow. And people say, well, what about, the kids now? I mean, we're only serving 8% of the kids. What about 92% of the kids? It's going to take 20 or 30 years to get to 90% charter kids. And the answer is, yeah, it is. It's going to take 20 or 30 years. And if we succeed over the next 20 or 30 years, that will be one of the fastest rates of change ever seen around the world for a large system. It's hard. We have to have the steady discipline of every year, more schools, better funding, better facilities access, more freedom. It's a lot of hard, steady work, but we are making great progress. And again, it's not because the people in school districts are bad. Most of them, we want to pull them into the charter school movement, where they can see what a great public school is that doesn't have the chaos inflicted by the rapid turnover of a local school board.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that is unreal. But okay, now let's jump right into the whole vision behind Netflix. Explain to people how you came up with the idea back in 1997, was it? Okay.
Well, it came down to two things, Ellen: luck and curiosity.
Okay, tell me more about that. Luck, curiosity.
Well, luck is not something you would think, or at least we'll find many who admit, contributes greatly to success. However, I'm not afraid to admit that a lot of what I did 30 years ago was driven by curiosity and accompanied by luck. 30 years ago, I was serving coffee at a company who was an early innovator in the internet industry. I had no skills, no background, yet somehow was still accepted into Stanford. It was a miracle. And then shortly after, I wanted to contribute to this technologically developing world. So I became an entrepreneur and invented Netflix then and there. Curiosity led me to these decisions in life and stands as one of the 9 core values of Netflix. This is surely why.
Well, we need coffee right now, don't we? I'll get on that. Mario? I understand that Netflix is, well, known for innovation and binge watching. I'm really stuck on that one episode where... never mind on that. We'll talk about that later. But, okay, more on innovation. How do you maintain this culture at Netflix? How does the CEO keep up with new and improved mindset in the whole company?
Well, first, yes, coffee would be great. Could we get some? So innovation, another one of the core values. As a company, we really stress new ideas, new issues, and new solutions that prove useful. Our team understands the newness of every day, every year, and everyone is gifted in reconceptualizing these issues and suggesting better approaches. Netflix itself was my first innovation epiphany. I understood the technologically driven area the world was moving towards and wanted to contribute to it. All I needed was the courage to take that risk.
Risk taker. I love it. I love it. Well, I'm listening and I understand these values mentioned so far. So, curiosity, courage, innovation, but from my understanding is that we are all very instrumentally driven, meaning these values seem to shape acceptable behaviors that can be used to achieve a goal. However, talk to me more about what you've learned on this incredible journey so far. Share with me some of your terminal values.
Yes. Well, for short, I'm happy. I know that's one. I really do feel accomplished in that I've done something worthwhile in my life. I also would like to mention that today's work and life society values freedom immensely, as do I. By this, the importance of making others happy by providing them with what they value is absolutely crucial to the work-life success at Netflix. Our company has made it possible to provide freedom to our team in a way that shows how much their productivity and contributions are valued over their hours spent in the office. I've learned how to better understand people and not just computer technology. What I value now is greatly due to the people I met along the way and experiences I lived through on this incredible journey with Netflix.
So, education and binge watching, there is a correlation?
Well, it might not be exactly
So what you're saying is I'm laying on the couch with my bag of potato chips and a very large glass of wine watching 12 hours of Netflix, and I'm basically sitting in Bonnie O'Neill's Man of 3001 Clash, Section 103, passes 2 so
No. I actually just had an interview with Vanity Fair on this topic.
Ah, okay. Let's check it out.
My first binge was calculus. I got to college. I hadn't had much calculus. And the college I went to had a self-paced program where you could go at your own speed for that sequence. And it turned out I loved it. And then, I could just go at my own pace, and it was just this fantastic experience. There was tutoring, and I could ask people things where I got stuck, but basically I have the textbook and some exercises to see if you got the exercise, and I could go. It was just tremendously engaging in the same way that binge entertainment is. Okay, you're in control, or like reading a whole book one night. It's a normal experience to be able to do that. And then in some cases, like TV once a week, or you have your physics class meet once a week. It's artificially regulated because of other constraints. But the natural thing is to allow binge learning, and then so we're making great progress on that.
Alright, so it's almost Halloween coming up, and you just had your birthday earlier this month, and I know you love candy corn, and I just happen to have a whole bag of candy corn right here, so I think we should play a game. How about that? Alright, so candy corn game called Candy Crush. Let's just get 2 people from the audience. Alright, you 2. Hi. I'm great, how are you? Alright, you go sit here. Alright, so just quick, your names and where you're from.
I'm Gabby. I'm from Toronto, Canada.
Hey.
I'm Jan. I'm from the city of Chicago, not a suburb.
Great place to be. Alright, you guys ready to play Candy Crush?
Totally.
Okay, so how it's gonna work, so Gabby, you'll be on my team, and Jane, you'll be on Reed's, and so Reed and I are just gonna stand here. They're gonna see how many pieces of candy corn they can throw in our mouths, and whoever gets the most wins and gets to ask Reed their first question.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. Hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along.
So great job, both of you. Gabby, you did win by 2 candy corns, so first question to Reed.
Hi, Reed. I'm a huge fan. My first question is that I hear you have a no vacation policy on Netflix, and I'm super curious about that. Can you explain it a bit more?
Well, you see, at Netflix, we want responsible people who are self-motivating and self-disciplined, and we reward them with freedom. The best example is our vacation policy. It's simple and understandable. We don't have one. We focus on what people get done, not on how many days they are in the office. We believe in providing our people with unlimited vacations. I make sure to take lots of vacations myself to set a good example, and I do some of my most creative thinking on vacation.
So if I worked at Netflix, I could just skip random days to go watch Netflix?
No, not quite.
That really is such a unique way of leading, but I'm sure there has to be a few employees who take advantage of it. Am I right?
No, well, I believe it works really well, actually. We specifically recruit individuals who have a high need for achievement. who enjoy challenging goals and have a personal responsibility to grow and seek excellence. With these types of individuals, they need managers who believe in them 100%. Managers do not micromanage their employees. They allow employees to direct themselves, which I found is the most successful method to motivate employees.
That's a very unique perspective, and I'm sure your employees love it. It actually sounds like a lot like McGregor's Theory Y approach to manage employees, who are categorized by McClelland's as individuals with a need for achievement. What made you realize that that was the best way to motivate your employees?
Well, in my first company, Pure Software, it was exciting and innovative in the first few years, but bureaucratic and painful in the last few before we got acquired. The problem was that we tried to systemize everything and set up per procedures. We thought that was a good thing, but it killed freedom and responsibility. Now, at Netflix, we place a high value on freedom and provide individuals the flexibility to do what they do best, all while uniting them on a focused goal.
So I've also heard that you're a pretty interesting CEO. How would you describe your personality?
Well, Gabby, you've been talking to the right people. I'm glad you asked that question. First, you can say I'm an extrovert and rank high in emotional stability as I enjoy meeting with Ellen and other media outlets to discuss Netflix. Second, I'm energetic and outgoing, which means another high score for agreeableness. Lastly, Netflix revolutionized the television industry with its unique services, and I'm extremely proud of the work I put into making my dream a reality. I think these traits showcase both my great openness to experience and strong consciousness.
What new countries would you like to see Netflix move into?
Well, we've established a strong presence in Latin America, Canada, and of course the United States. Moving forward, I'd like to move into European countries like Germany, France, and Italy, among others. But it's a marathon, not a sprint.
And how do you plan to expand into these foreign markets?
Well, to do so, I'll use two main personality aspects: high self-monitoring and high self-efficacy. The former plays an important role in my business meetings with respective business leaders from different countries, as I must adapt my behavior to meet their respective cultural norms. The latter grants me the confidence to effectively manage an innovative company such as Netflix and make tough decisions when they're required.
What challenges do you anticipate during the expansion?
Mainly, I expect linguistic barriers and government regulations to impact our expansion efforts. However, I'm confident I can address these issues via an open dialogue with the necessary parties to minimize potential problems and ensure a smooth, timely integration.
Does the recent subscription price increase impact your future objectives?
Well, the $1 increase might not seem like a big change, but with the increased revenue, I plan on bringing new, original content to our users in addition to our current offerings. I understand some are frustrated by the price hike, but I can assure you, great things lie ahead, like the upcoming season of Daredevil, which you can see right now.
I mean, truly inspiring right here. And yep, let's show the clip right here. Thanks, everyone.
Does that sound good to you?
Hell yeah, it does. Hell's Kitchen needs to die before it can be reborn.
The word's getting around about the people you've helped. Sounds impressive.
This man in the mask, take care of him.
I need to be the man this city needs.
Justice is a matter of asking the right people the right questions in the right tone of voice.
Then forgive me for being blunt. Father, why do I still feel guilty?
Guilt can be a good thing. It's a soul's call to action. indication that your work is not yet finished. Bang.
Thanks for bringing the preview clip today, Reed. Great show. I can't wait to watch it. And that's all we got for you guys today. Thanks. Be kind to one another.
Never saw her face. Not a trace.